Hey guys, welcome back to the recording of my live trade. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of September. So I have to do a voiceover again. So I didn't record, so I did a screen recording during the New York session earlier. I didn't have my recording microphone with me because I was out. I did bring my laptop though. So yeah, sorry about that again. So what I'll do is I will play the screen recording of my live trade, but for some reason I botched the file, so it actually split into 4 different files. So I had to later on I will have to pause and play the second one, and pause it, stop and play the third one, and play the fourth one after the until the whole session finish. So it's only an hour long. Okay, and I will make a commentary as required as we go, as usual. Because we've done this before. All right, so without further ado, I will just play this recording. Okay, so I tapped in the New York M session. All right, the 25th of September. Yeah, there at the top. And you can see the time is ticking all the over here. So you know it's real time. So I wrote US30 has been very bullish. So don't worry about I can't spell the extra R there. So very bullish on very high time frame. Okay, so on the daily, and it has been reaching new highs. Okay, so we've been touching all-time highs, I think 3 times so far for the past 2.5 weeks. So we are, as you can see now, on the daily, price has been really pushing bullish. So it has created a higher low, right, high, and looking for another higher high. Strong bullish rally on the daily. Now that's what I wrote. Sorry about that. Okay, where was I? Okay, so we are now on the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, I marked down a 4 hour support here. So over this side. And I wrote there are multiple layers of 4 hour supports, right, which are here, 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 and here. Okay, they just in line with the high time frame bullish rally. Alright, so I wrote which supports the idea of very strong bullish push on a high time frame. And I wrote, so I am now leaning towards to one side, which is bullish. All right, now we are down to the hourly chart. So the hourly chart, I marked down the 1 hour resistance here. Okay, and it is a pretty strong resistance because it has been tested twice. Right, I think by memory this was yesterday. Okay, no, it's definitely yesterday. Right, tested twice. And it coincides with the 4 hour resistance as well. I haven't drawn the 4 hour resistance here, but later on you can see in the recording I actually will draw a 4 hour resistance. So I wrote down this is 1 hour on hourly chart, price reacting off of the 4-hour resistance. Again, which I haven't drawn, but I will. And also the 1 hour support, which is there, right? That's where I hover my mouse, over here and over there. Okay, so I mark down the the 2 touch points of the 1 hour resistance. And that's the 4-hour resistance that I mentioned earlier. Now this is important, guys. For me, September has been extremely difficult, right? And I know I'm not the only one. I've come across a few YouTubers as well, a few traders that found September to be very choppy. Okay, and then I wrote here, because price has been extremely choppy in most September, and this is what I noticed as well, and this goes beyond September. Every time US30 made a new high, like all-time high, I always get chopped up into pieces, always, right? I never had a single winning trade whenever I have my setup, even though it's a clean setup, clean or like sort of, yeah, maybe, and then like a B grade setup, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's an A plus setup, every time US30 made a all-time high, I always get chopped up into pieces, right? So I said, because price has been extremely choppy in most September, every time US30 made all-time high, I will wait for NYSE volume to, I guess, to clear all the noise. Okay, I will wait for NYSE volume setup to add momentum. Okay, that's what I wrote. Now, because extra now, why did I say that? Excuse me, guys. Why did I say that? Because come New York Open, and whenever I have a clear or clean setup, I will take it. Okay, now what I found throughout September is whenever I have a setup between 8 to 9, it's always choppy, right? So I always get like a fake out to my signal. I'm not talking necessarily like a fake out from a breakout point of view. I'm just saying a fake signal. Like if I were looking for a buy signal, a confirmation for me to go long, it always just goes like just reverse. As soon as I actually enter, it will actually reverse, hit my stop loss, and then come NYSE, it will actually go straight to my TP and beyond. Okay, like multiple times. Okay, and hence that's why I said it's choppy. And then I wrote here, we have just officially had 8 a.m. candle close bearish on the hourly, which is this one. Okay, and there was and I started this session today intentionally late, right? 1 hour late. Normally I start my session like 7:45, 7:50. I would be in front of a screen of chart, but today I intentionally skip the entire hour of New York Open, right, and only sit in front of a chart 9 a.m., which was at the beginning of this video. Right, so we have just officially had the 8 a.m. candle close bearish on the hourly, which is this one, guys. Yeah. So, and I'll put alert up here, right, just in case the NYSE wanted to break the 1 hour resistance and the 4-hour resistance. Now I'm looking into the inside of that 1 hour range to see where would I look into shorting or buying. I see the time is ticking. Yeah, so this is still real time. Okay, now now I've boxed this entire range here. Okay, now it does look like it's sort of like going lower, but you probably can't see, but there's like a wick here. This is I could categorize this as going sideways, in my opinion anyway, or this consolidation. Although it does look at a glance, it looks like price wants to continue going lower, but it is going sideways, right? It's not going anywhere. And guess what, guys? This entire range, right? So this all the candles in this box, they are mostly 8 o'clock candles. Okay. Now, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 8 o'clock 8 a.m. candle always has some sort of expansion. Okay, it doesn't always have to be a very, like huge significant parabolic move like the 9 a.m. candle, but it's always got some momentum, some push from the 8:30, right? So for me, 8:30 always is the first sign of momentum, or the first surge of volume into the market. That's always in my mind, right? For US30 anyway. I don't know about the other pairs, but for US30, 8:30, half an hour after the New York opens. And then the second surge is the 9:30 a.m., which is when NYSE opens. But this, right, this is really sluggish. Okay, so the entire September, well, actually, you know what, let me rephrase. I wouldn't take any trades anyway if it's like this, but there are a lot of times in during September where I had a really nice clean setup, not like this, but still price end up, after I enter into the trend, price reverse back as if, so like as if the signal wasn't even valid, as if that confirmation wasn't valid, you know, to begin with. Hit my TP and probably just like in this example, slightly going higher and then strike back down to the TP and beyond. Okay, that's what always happened to me. So today I thought, you know what, after I took some losses, that it was good losses because everything ticked the box. Okay, some of them, right? There was a couple that I made a mistake on. I think I covered it on the video, but it was a good trade. So it was a good loss, and I tried to adapt with the market, right, so to speak. And again, I had this at the back of my mind. And then when I jumped on YouTube, and because I followed some YouTubers, right, some traders, and some don't even know each other, they said the same thing, right? So one said it was the first losing month, and then I mean throughout the year, first losing month, biggest losing month. Second was they found September was very choppy, very difficult, and the other one was saying the chop was real. So yeah, so when I saw them, like, okay, well, you know, so that means I wasn't the only one, and it wasn't because of my strategy or my setup stopped working. It was just one of those months, and this is just me trying to adapt to the current market condition. Right, so I wrote here, I also noticed price has been choppier during the New York opens. Okay. And I said good setups often appears after NYSE. Yeah, so a good setup often appears after NYSE, not before. Sorry, that's what I meant. I made it sound like it was was still an open sentence. Actually, to be honest, guys, if I did not try to adapt with the current market condition, as I said earlier, I intentionally wanted to skip the first hour of the New York Open. I would have taken this short. Okay, so this is a valid entry. So I've got a, even though it's not great, the clean range, but the stop loss area is also pretty tight. Okay, so we've got some support, resistance here. Okay, and then that candle broke that support, right? And then we have a clean range over here. So out of upon the, anyway, so let me rephrase. We had support, was sort of kind of vaguely broke that support, create a fresh support, create a resistance, broke that support, right? With a conviction, I would have taken a sell here, put my stop loss over here, and take profit over here. I think by the looks of it, I could get like a 1 to 1.2 or 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. Okay, I would have taken here because that candle over here, this is a valid confirmation candle for me to go short into this 5-minute support. Yeah, fresh 5-minute support, fresh 5-minute resistance. This candle broke the fresh 5-minute support, broke that 5-minute support. Obviously, with a nice body, I will put my position. I will go into a short position here, stop loss here, take profit there, and see what happens. And guys, watch my video on the number one reason why traders fail. Okay, sorry, not that one. Okay, so that's actually a start, but then after that, watch my other video on high win rate. Okay, the title was 5 reasons why you need to focus on a high win rate trading strategy. In that video, I mentioned for new or developing traders, okay, especially when you are unprofitable, it is so important for you to start and focus your time, energy, and resources to learn and practice a high win rate trading strategy instead of a high risk to reward but very low win rate. Why? Because excuse me. Why? Because if you have, especially if you're new, right? If you adopt a high risk to reward but very low win rate trading strategy, you eat losses. Like they tell you that your mentors and the community will tell you that you need to be able to take losses for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and everything in between. But one day, right, you will get that 1 to 10 RR, okay, which you can screenshot and show it to everybody, to your friends, okay. But then most probably that 1 to 10 RR is not a full 1 to 10 RR because you've been losing for so many times. You would take partial, right? You would take let me just pause this for, you would take partial and you will exit probably. Yeah, so you will take partial, you will move your stop loss, you will trail your stop loss, whatever, but it most probably wouldn't be a full 1 to 10 RR, risk to reward RR. Why am I saying this? What I'm saying is because I am leaning towards a higher win rate trading strategy. As soon as that is not the case, as soon as, because I expect mine to be at minimum 60% win rate, okay, at bare minimum, okay. In my good months, it could be like 70-75%, right, win rate. But I would say 65 will be an optimum. In September, it has fallen below that, right? It has fallen like 48% or something. And I knew something was wrong already. And I knew September I had, I think, 2 or 3 like user mistake, traders mistake, which was my personal mistake. One of them I think was, and it was covered in the video, one of the live video. I entered into a long when my confirmation candle did not close bullish, which was part of the condition. It was closing bearish for the last few seconds. Calculated the lot, went to my MT5, placed the order, the long order, to find out that it was actually closing bearish. So, but by the time I by the time I closed, it was already hitting my stop loss. And there was another one. Yeah, I can't remember. There were like 2 or 3 like user mistakes. And one was a win. All right, it was a clean setup, but I wasn't there to take it. Okay, I had urgent, important family matter at the time. It was a Wednesday night too. I think it was 2 Wednesday ago. So I knew something was wrong. Okay, and then I decide, okay, I have to change something, right? Because this is not right. You know, looking at August, everything was okay, and I always keep a habit to back test. You know, so even though the month has passed, like August, I would still back test August to make sure that my back test result still mimics the real result, yeah, or really close to the real result, meaning that the way I see a good setup or a bad setup or invalid setup is still the same, right, between live and backtest. I realized something was wrong, and so that's why today I decide, okay, I have to tweak something, not as in like to re-engineer the whole strategy, but something has to change because something is off. If you have, that's because I lean towards a higher win rate trading strategy. If I have a low win rate trading strategy, not low win rate trading strategy, I could lose, like 10 times in a row, and it still wouldn't trigger me to actually find out what's going on because it's part of the system. And for me, that is very dangerous, especially if you are a new trader. Yeah, sorry, let me just continue on. Sorry for the sidetrack here, guys. Yeah, so I marked down a let me just replay that. Okay, so I marked down a trigger point, right? So a clean range. So if price break that 5-minute support, I will be interested into a short position to take it all the way down here. So alright, this area is a potential area to sell into. Okay. All right, so I wrote down this is scenario number 1. 5 minutes. And the 5 minutes time frame. Break this 5-minute support, the green line, clean range. Then I will get involved to short to the next 5-minute support, which is the TP blue line. That's what I said. All right, we are not hourly back to 5 minutes again. Let me just make this faster. Okay, so alright, this red box, this entire red box was mostly is 8 a.m. candle in an hourly chart. So I wrote down it used to be more expansive, but as of late, More in September. Sorry, I can't even bloody spell. More in September. Price. Price has been very sluggish in this period, in this 8 to 9 period. Yeah. Just fast forward. Okay, we're coming towards the end of the first 15 minutes, so it's about an hour long video. Yeah, like I said, I botched it up. I split it into 4 different videos for smaller file. I don't know why I did that anyway. So I will have to stop this and play the second part. Okay, once this hits 15 minutes. Right, the MT5. Just getting my layout ready. Okay, yeah, so same thing. Right, so that's my green line. All right. Okay, so I have to. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let me just open the second part, guys. Where was it? Right, this one. All right. Okay, so this is the second part. So I wrote down I sense price will may reach out to H1 resistance. So I'm saying price might actually what do you call it? Puncture that resistance, but only by weeks, and then come back inside the range again. So I said I sense price may reach out to 1 hour old resistance, okay, and 4 hour resistance. Yeah, swipe, whoever that place a buy stop up the top. Right, okay. Okay, some high time frame, what do you call it? All-time high traders, right, for breakout. Yeah, the swing traders swap some high with some highs with wicks, faking out high time frame all-time high traders. Okay, that's what I wrote there on the breakout. Only to come back inside the 1 hour range. Okay, this is what I said. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It did, okay, but I didn't know that. I just said I anticipated that. So today I only have one scenario so far, right, in bracket, because I don't know what price was gonna do. That is too short. That is too short inside the range. Okay, let me just. So I sense price may reach out to 1 hour old resistance and 4 hour resistance, which is here. Okay, which is above here. All right. Swap some high with wicks. Okay, wicks. Only to come back inside, right, to go into that my area to sell into. So today I only have one scenario. Now, okay, wait. Now this is key, guys. All right, I did call this out because you see it for yourself. That was what happened exactly. All right, you could go into the chart. You can see what happened. I actually called this out before this happened. Right, you can see the time. Right, ticking here 4 6 4 5 4 4 4 3 4 minutes. Yeah, so it's still going. Yeah. So I said, so today on F1 scenario, there's to short inside the range if NYSE opens and the volume give me a valid setup. All right, that's key, guys. All right, I'm gonna go back into that later on at the end of this video, or towards the end of this video, I meant. All right, so I made some pathways. I think I got it wrong, this one. I think I deleted this. I think. What did I? Probably it was the one after that. So I said, let's see what happens. But this is my take. Yeah, I didn't draw the, what do you call it? The pathways all the way up there because I anticipated that's only going to be like a week, WICK, not weak, strong, but as in wick. It's gonna wick above it, and then it's gonna come straight inside that 1 hour range. That's why I didn't draw the pathways all the way up there. All right, so it's just a waiting game now. Nothing. I didn't write anything. I'm just gonna fast forward this. I was a long way. Price still goes inside here. Oh, wait. So I said, let's see what happened. This might take blah blah. NYSE volume can move around 100 plus pips. Distance between price, where price is now, right, which is in that red box, that 8 a.m. sort of like range. From there all the way down there, it's only about 65 something pips, right, which is, I said, very possible. Okay, so it's not like reaching for the moon. So still possible, not far-fetched. Okay, that's what I wrote. Okay. Right, so that was the layout. Just gonna fast forward again. Anything? Right, see the time is still even though it's a lot faster, but time is still ticking. Yeah, so it was a live trade. What time is it? I think this is 9:25 candle, I think. From a second. What did I do? Oh yeah, so I clear. Yeah, I hit the okay. So why I went to the 4 hour? I just want to see how the 4 hour candle is behaving. All right, so it's 41 minutes and 38 seconds away from the 4 hour candle to close. All right, and I saw all these really strong rejections, right, from the top side. And again, I was after trading US30 for a while, and after getting chopped up into pieces every time US30 reach all-time highs, which it did a few times for the past 2 weeks. I'm bullish, but price is now at the top of that all-time high. So price reached that all-time high, and price sort of like hovering around that all-time high zone. And because I know I always get chopped up into pieces when US30 reached the all-time high, I knew that it is better for me to sort of wait until price come back inside below that range, if that makes sense, right? Rather than, hoping that I could catch the wave breaking to the next high, to the next all-time high. And even though I'm still, again, my bias is still bullish, but it doesn't mean that I will get into longs, because I'm a session-based trader. I trade based on that particular session. Right now, this session, I don't want to go long. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And there's a clear rejection that price is not likely 41 minutes out of the 4 hour candle, right? So there's like 10-15% of that candle is about can go beyond that support, resistance. For me, it's a bit unlikely. Let me just forward this. All right, so what did I do? So I said also NYSE Open tends to respect the 1 hour zone, right? 1 hour key levels, right? Okay, so as everyone that's love the key levels. Well, it usually use these zones to connect moves with momentum, right? Using that 1 hour support or resistance, which is up here, right? That's what I'm referring to. That I don't even though I want to go short, right? I want to take a sell. I don't see price kind of moving lower and lower and lower into my trigger line, and then I get into a short. I have well, I anticipated that price wanted to actually go higher first and weak all the highs, right, on the hourly, to then come back inside the range. Right, retesting the 4 hour resistance again before falling down to the next high time frame support. Yeah, that's what I wrote. So I think I showed this earlier. So I will wait until post NYSE, right? Post New York Stock Exchange opens to deliver a cleaner trade. That's what I wrote. Yeah, I think this is the 925 candle. I think 5 minutes. Oh no, it's no, not yet. Not yet. I set an alert on the clean range here. All right, so we are at the end of the second recording. So that's the 15 minutes video, guys. I'm so sorry. So this one is going to be the third 15 minutes. Let me just now. Yeah, so we picked up where we left off before. Yeah, so yeah. All right. No, I think this is a 930 candle. Is it? Looks like it. So 930 candle punch through the 1 hour support. On the last few minutes before that candle close. All right, yeah, okay. So there we are. Right, so this is 930 candle, right? 2 minutes before that 930 candle close. You see how it? Oh, look at that! Look at the momentum. Okay. Now remember what I said, guys, earlier. I said price will go up. Okay, even though I want to take a sell down here, this green line, price will reach up from that red box, from this area, from where I had the red box before. Price will go up and we will wick all the highs on the previous, like all the 1 hour, the highs on the 1 hourly and also on the 4 hour resistance as well. It will actually wick that area and will come back inside the range. That's what I wrote. All right, and I said again, I anticipate price to reach up, retesting the 4 hour resistance again before falling down to next high time frame support. All right, so I said that before this happened twice, okay, in two separate occasions. Right, 1 minute away from this 9:30 a.m. candle close on the 5 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, have a look at the. Have a look. I'm putting you on normal speed now. This punch through all this, right? Only to fake everybody out. Sorry, this was a 925 candle, guys. So now this is 930. Sorry, my bad. So that was a 925 candle. So we had nothing, and then suddenly it was a big push up. Look at this, right? How many people took this buy, right? So there was an alert over here. So how many people took a buy, right? You see here, since price may reach out to 1 hour old resistance, which is here, and 4 hour resistance, swap some high with wicks, which is this one, faking out high time frame all time high traders on the breakout only to come back inside this 1 hour range. So today I only have one scenario, blah blah, and that is to short inside the range if NYLC opens, NYLC just opens, and volume provides me with a clean and valid setup. Okay, so I did call it out twice. All right, look at this. Right now it's everybody that was on the buy stop. Okay, now it's just, I think they're grabbing in their pants. Now I'm going to look into this again, guys. I might equip one more setup into my arsenal, and that is to look when price on the 5 minutes reacts strongly or with conviction, or it has some swing points, resting on the 1 hour key level, aligned with my whole bias, my whole context and bias for the session. I might take what do you call it? I might take position even before that candle, confirmation candle, break my clean range line. Okay, now for those of you that have been following me and have been watching my live trade, the way I take that my setup, I always take a trade when 5 minute candle closes below this green line, a clean range line for a short, or above this clean range line for a long. What I'm saying is, I might I will look into this. I will look into I will backtest this. I will look into getting another setup where if I see price like this react strongly of a 1 hour resistance in line with my original context and bias, as I called it out earlier in the before the session, even before price breaks this clean range, I will take it, because price is leaving or departing from a strong level, 1 hour level, right? A key level on an hourly chart. And with the NYSE volume, and if my bias and my context is correct, even though it hasn't broken my clean range line, it will eventually break it, and I will get even more optimum price. But I'm not going to put what do you call it? Put this into my arsenal just yet until I backtest this. Okay, and I will share it with you guys as well, the result. And only on the NYSE open, not before, because the volume is not going to be enough. Look at the volume. Right, look at this strong rejection. Why am I considering this as an additional setup, as an additional play? into my playbook, because I've been seeing this quite a number of times already on NYSE. Yeah. Right. So wait, hang on. Let me just rewind that back a little. Okay. So this is on the, is it the hourly? Yeah. So this is the, this is the hourly chart, guys. And I was looking at where price is. Okay, there was a clear, strong rejection from the top side. Okay, pushing price down. Okay, and you can see a nice clean swing point, right? A swing high to the downside, right? Although this is not confirmed yet, but this is just a nice swing. Now, I didn't, to be honest, guys, I was 50-50, right? Yeah, I have taken this sort of like setup in the past before. I stopped doing it because I found a much more cleaner way of what do you call it, of taking a trade, which is something like this. Draw a green line where it has a clean range. There's no, the smart money concept, people will say no other blocks, right? So these are just all the imbalance. Okay, for me it's a clean range. We can call it whatever you want. Some people call it fair value gaps. For the ICT traders, I just call it clean range. But I'm like, okay, it's not, I used to take it, but I know that I've left it for a while. I don't wanna take this and then end up being a losing trade, and I regret it because it was not part of my rule now. Okay, but seeing it happen over and over again, I'm thinking to backtest this, right? And to see the probability. If I get a nice win rate out of this sort of like setup, this will be my fourth play in my playbook. And I will share it with you guys. Back under my MT5, so I started marking lines. That's where I would put my stop loss if I were to get involved. But yeah, when I was in front of the chart, I was like, man, this is not a great risk to reward ratio, is it? If I put my stop loss there and then I'll get into an entry here and then TP there. I mean, the risk to reward will be very, very poor, right? Very low. Look at this. And there was app, and this is what I noticed. When you got the context and the bias right, and then price did NYSE open did rest or resides on a key level at the hourly chart, it tends to have very little to no pullbacks at all, right? So you get a nice momentum. All right, so that's the end of the third video, that part. So this is going to be the last one. So, yeah, okay, so yeah, this is where we left off, guys. Right, look at this. Very, very strong push. Absolutely no, I think that by memory there was no bullish candle, so there was no support. So this is what I was hoping, right? When I was in front of the chart before, I was hoping, okay, let me just take a step back. I was hoping for price to create a support here, right? A fresh support, fresh resistance, and then for me to sell into, and then break this line here, and then sell into here, and use the fresh 5 minutes resistance as my stop loss. Because if it doesn't, when price break that clean range, the distance between my stop loss to my entry is like too far. Okay, I don't want to take it. I don't always take 1-to-1. Sometimes if it's like 0.9 or 0.85, 0.7, if it's like really, really high probability, I will take it anyway, okay? Because I'm scalping. I'm a scalper. Okay, so I was hoping for price to kind of get like slowed down around this area and then break that support and then to take. So yeah, a short position into this area, but yeah, so I was quite happy to see a bullish candle over there, but you know, I didn't end up closing bullish. Look at this, right? So that alarm was triggered. Yeah, but it didn't close above that. So I thought, okay, maybe, just maybe I just need one bullish candle acting as a support. So I can use that. And then if it continues with a bearish candle, the one candle after that, I will use that as a resistance, as my stop loss. All right, I can see. All right, and let me just show you there. What's it? Okay, so I was like, man, if I take this here and I'll take my stop loss there, I get like 0.22 RR. You know, it's not even worth taking. So I hope price creates a fresh support here and then fresh resistance. Then I can use that fresh resistance as my stop loss. That's what I wrote. So my stop loss is smaller instead of having it up there. Right, fresh support, fresh resistance, and use it as my stop loss. Don't worry, I got this one wrong anyway. So okay, so this is what I was hoping. So price rejected off that area. Excuse me. Right, create a nice, so create a support here, create some resistance. Okay, you want to call it what, double top, triple top, going sideways consolidation. Some people call it drop base drop. Okay, whatever it is you want to call it. But create some sort of like resistance, and I will take that as my stop loss. That is the fresh resistance, fresh support. That's what I meant. So yeah, I was hoping this candle close like weak bullish candle, so I know it's not a reversal going higher. Fresh resistance as new stop loss. That's what I wrote. Okay, but I removed it, so then there's not too many stuff on the chart. Now, by memory, I think it looks like it's gonna punch through that take profit, but even this one didn't close below. I think it was one more. Yeah, so even at that, even after that big push, I still couldn't find an entry. Okay, according to my strategy now, and that's what I was hoping. I'm trying to, what I'll do next, I will do a back test and see the success rate. Okay, when NYSE resets on a key level on the hourly charts, in line with the context and the bias for that session, and to just take that short, in this case here, in this example, to take that short up here, right, instead of down here. But yeah, I'm not gonna do it now before I have a solid result. All right, I think this candle, oh sorry, I think this candle is the one that has that. There you go. So it has touched my take profit, and yeah, that means it's over for me. So that means I have no trade for the day. Right, so I wrote the no trade today. So price has reached to my TP area with no setup. Okay, that's what I wrote. Said calling in the day. Right, on the bright side, I did call out this price. Sorry, I did call out this movement, this whole entire move, but this whole move up, down, before it happens. And why this is important? Okay, it's not. Okay, this is not about bragging or flexing. Why for me is important, and I'm so happy because it was part of my adjustment to the current market condition. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, in September, I would have taken this sell, guys. Yeah, I forgot. I actually mentioned this earlier in this video. I said, out of see that, right? That was a support. That was another green line. Okay, there was a 5-minute support here, and that's a 5-minute support. So between here and here is a clean range. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, in September, even in August, right? Even a few months before, I would have taken this, right? When price closed here, okay, that means price has clearly break that. Has broken that 5-minute support with a body, right? With conviction. Out of entered here for a short. I would have put my stop loss over here, and I would have put my TP here. So I'll get what's this, like a 1 to 1.2 or 1.5. Okay, easy. I would have taken this, but look at what price this. 8 o'clock candles, bloody hell. They actually brought it all the way back up again. And why is it important? Again, I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to brag. This is part of me to adapt with the current market condition. It was never part of my strategy, right? All the way up to September anyway, until I got chopped up into pieces over and over again every time it reached all-time highs. And when I started noticing that the 8 a.m. candle has been giving me like false signal, right? It's been really sluggish. I didn't take the trade, so I made the right decision. For me, that was the first win, that I did not take that loss. And secondly, it did play out exactly to the T, right? Even to the wicks. Even to the move up. Okay, even the price sort of like, it felt like price after reaching that 1 hour resistance, it does felt like price wanting to continue lower, but it didn't. I call out the price that it wants to go higher, so I call this out, this movement, and I call out that it's going to be a fake out, right? That price is gonna come back in, wicks all the highs, come back inside the range, and 2 wins for me, guys. And then after reaching my my trigger line, the clean range line, but then hit my TP without me. So for me today, there was two wins for me, even though I didn't get any trade. First, I saved myself a loss. Okay. Secondly, I have the opportunity to look into a new setup. Okay. When I say a new setup, I'm not saying I will replace my current setup. I'm adding this one to my arsenal to see a correlation between maybe when price hit an all-time high, instead of thinking thinking the way I think normally, instead of taking the normal setup that I normally take. This is a setup for all-time highs, right? An all-time high setup, when price hits an all-time highs, it will wick, it will fake people out that price wants to go higher to even a new all-time high, but instead price wants to come back. And between the 8 to 9 a.m., instead of price reacts normal as per my setup, I would skip that, let that whole noise between the 8 to 9 a.m. settles, and then come in at the NYSE, right? That could be a potential new setup that would actually equip Arsenal. So I have so I have 4 setups for a normal price movement, okay, and I have 1 setup for an all-time high movement. Okay, so I said, yeah, so made a circle there. So that was when I made a remark before all this happened. You can rewind back, earlier to my video. I did say this, right? I did wrote that. Yeah, so over there. Okay, what else did oh, sorry. Yeah, so this was the week that I was talking about over here. I think I didn't say anything else. Yeah, I didn't say anything else. I think that was it. Yeah, well, hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. I didn't take any trade, but again, it was a win for me today. Good. I will look into that potential new setup for the NYSE setup, and yeah, save me from a nice loss. It was a good, yeah. Everything was valid, but because of September and because lately because lately it has been really choppy in September, and because price has just reached all-time high, yeah, very unlikely that price wants to continue higher. Price normally will chop people up, into pieces, which that's why for me, going short was the way to go. All right, I don't think I will make a live recording tomorrow because I will be out Thursday night. But I'll still look into the chart, see if I have a nice setup. If I do, I will take it, and I will make a market review or a trade recap for everybody to see. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Happy trading and stay well, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. If you find this video useful, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Make sure you check out my other videos too.